7 kinds of fish you should never eat. When consuming fish, many believe it is a healthy and nutritious choice. However, it's essential to be aware that not all fish are created equal. There are certain types of fish that you should avoid at all costs. In this article, we will explore 7 kinds of fish that you should never eat. So, before you cast your fishing line or browse the seafood aisle, read more about the potential dangers lurking in these fish. Why should you avoid certain fish? Before we delve into the specific kinds of fish to steer clear of, let's discuss the reasons behind the need to avoid them. Consumption of certain fish can pose severe threats to your health. These risks include harmful substances such as mercury, antibiotic-resistant bacteria, PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, overfishing, and pollution. You can choose the seafood you eat with more knowledge if you know these risks. But before we proceed, a little disclaimer. The information you get in this video is for general and educational purposes only. They are therefore no substitute for your doctor's advice. We must all ensure we seek a physician's advice whenever we have any health issues or concerns. Yeah. So let's go. 1. Mercury in fish. Mercury is a heavy metal that naturally occurs in the environment, but human activities such as industrial pollution have significantly increased its presence in our ecosystems. This toxic substance can accumulate in fish, particularly in the food chain. Mercury can have detrimental effects on human health, particularly on the nervous system. It is especially harmful to pregnant women and young children. It's critical to be aware of fish containing high amounts of mercury to lower your exposure. Swordfish, shark, king mackerel, tilefish. 2. Antibiotic-resistant bacteria in farmed fish. Farmed fish are raised in crowded environments that are conducive to the spread of diseases. Antibiotics are often given to treat infections. Unfortunately, this extensive use of antibiotics in fish farming contributes to the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Consuming fish that contains these resistant bacteria can pose a significant risk to human health. Therefore, it is advisable to avoid the following fish due to antibiotic resistance concerns: farmed salmon, farmed shrimp, farmed tilapia. 3. Fish with high levels of PCBs. PCBs are harmful chemicals that were once widely used in industrial applications. Despite their ban, PCBs persist in the environment and can accumulate in fish. Exposure to certain substances is linked to negative health outcomes, such as developmental problems and an increased chance of developing specific cancers. Avoiding the following fish is the best way to reduce your PCB intake: bluefish, carp, trout. 4. Overfished and endangered fish. Overfishing occurs when fish populations are harvested at a rate faster than they can replenish themselves. This unsustainable practice has led to the decline of many fish species and disrupted marine ecosystems. Consuming overfished and endangered fish not only contributes to their further depletion but also undermines the stability of our oceans. It is, therefore, crucial to refrain from consuming the following fish due to endangerment concerns: Atlantic cod, Atlantic halibut, Pacific bluefin tuna. 5. Bottom feeders and polluted fish. Some fish species, known as bottom feeders, have a diet that includes consuming particles from the ocean floor. Unfortunately, these areas can contain pollutants, such as heavy metals and chemicals, which can accumulate in the fish. As a result, consuming bottom feeders can expose you to these harmful substances. It is advisable to avoid the following fish due to pollution concerns: catfish, flounder, lingcod, 6. Unsanitary fish. The consumption of unsanitary fish can lead to foodborne illnesses. Fish that are not handled, stored, or appropriately prepared may contain harmful bacteria or parasites that can cause infections. Raw fish, including sushi and sashimi, carry a higher risk of foodborne illnesses than cooked fish. To minimize your chances of falling ill, avoid the following fish due to unsanitary conditions: raw oysters, raw clams, raw mussels. So let's forge ahead. Now that we've talked about the fish to stay away from, let's focus on safer alternatives that you can opt for. Fortunately, plenty of fish species are not associated with the same risks. These alternatives include wild-caught Alaskan salmon, rainbow trout, sardines, Arctic cha. Choosing these alternatives will provide you with essential nutrients and help protect your health and the environment. How to choose safe fish. To ensure that you are selecting safe fish for consumption, knowing what to look for when purchasing is essential. Here are some tips to help you make informed choices. Choose fish that is labeled as wild-caught rather than farmed. Opt for smaller fish species, as they tend to accumulate fewer toxins. Check for any advisories or warnings from reputable sources, such as government agencies or environmental organizations. Buy fish from sustainable sources, such as those that have received certification from the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC. By being mindful of these guidelines, you can make better decisions and reduce your exposure to potential dangers associated with certain fish. In summary, being aware of the dangers associated with consuming certain types of fish is crucial for safeguarding your health and the health of our oceans. You can minimize the risks by avoiding fish with high levels of mercury, antibiotic-resistant bacteria, PCBs, overfished and endangered fish, bottom feeders and polluted fish, and unsanitary conditions. Instead, choose safer alternatives and follow the tips to select safer fish to consume. By doing so, you are making a conscious effort to protect yourself and contribute to preserving our marine ecosystems. Here are some frequently asked questions. 1. Are all fish unsafe to eat due to these concerns? No, not all fish pose the same risks. By selecting fish that are lower in mercury, sourced sustainably, and not associated with pollution or endangerment concerns, you can still enjoy a wide variety of safe and nutritious options. 2. Is it safer to consume fish from certain regions? Generally, consuming fish from less industrialized regions or less polluted areas can reduce the risk of toxins and pollutants. However, it is essential to consider other factors, such as sustainable fishing practices, to ensure a holistic approach to selecting safe fish. Q3. Can cooking fish eliminate the risks associated with specific contaminants? Cooking fish can help eliminate harmful bacteria and parasites, reducing the risk of foodborne illnesses. However, it does not remove contaminants such as mercury or PCBs. Therefore, choosing fish with lower fish in these substances is essential to minimize exposure. Remember, when consuming fish, it's crucial to prioritize your health and make informed choices.